What is going on, YouTube? YouTube. This is your boy, like one half of Enduro, and today, basically, this week, I've been doing some crazy videos. I did 3 videos already. I'm doing a 4th one right now, but I'm gonna try to keep it short and sweet. But if, hopefully, I am gonna try it because I got stuff to do. But anyway, let's not even hope on that because I always said something else happened. But I am going to talk about, this NCAS Lite. Let's talk about some stuff that usual and what I saw today, and then all negative. Talk about some good news too, because I don't want to be, always being a killjoy or something on videos of people just, thinking around. So that's just, again, that's not my premise in most things. So right now you are seeing. We seen a video of one of my a show that I not a show but like a video of Sakura Wars Along My Love, one of the games that I really liked. And this is a good for those who love Codename Steam. This is a Codename Steam-esque game, of course, with Steam being in the game is in steampunk, but it also has using robots and text. A really good game. If you can find it on your PlayStation 2 or your Wii, I say go out and check it out. It's a really hidden gem. A very enjoyable game. I like it. It's a little the pacing is good, but it's slow for people who really want quick action all the time because it's a Codename Steam-esque kind of game. 1 and 2, also it is like a real life simulator. You have to do certain quests and stuff like a real life thing and pick up stuff for people, pick up groceries, stuff like that. You basically managing like a kind of like a SimCity kind of thing, managing a little micro level down there. But just putting something on the screen, a next game that I like that I think you people should check out and give a little look around and see what's going on. Pretty good game. So let's talk about some things. Now I'll go with the lights first, then I hit you with what I really want to do this video for. The light is not surprising. Super Mario Run is doing pretty good, and I am happy that people, as usual, they say Nintendo is always that, so it is what it is. But checking out the numbers from Forbes. And Super Mario Run smashes Pokemon Go in one day downloads. Downloads. Everybody thought Pokemon Go would be the smash hit run of 2016. Well, not really. Hands down, just days left before the end of the year, it appears that Mario Run is poised to give Niantic a run for its money. According to the analytics from Apotographer, and also this is like I say on Forbes, the game has received 2.8 million downloads on one day. Back in June, July, Pokemon Go was downloaded over 900 times on the first day. By day 3, Niantic's sensation had jumped to 5.6 million downloads and off to the races to be the #1 app of this year. Well, although Apple never released or launched a number, nor did Niantic, it did confirm Pokemon Go had the best first app week in Apple's store history. By the end of the first month, the game had earned a cool $160 million, according to Forbes industry analysts. It's not an apples to apples comparison. Pokemon Go launched with a limited to 4 countries: Australia, New Zealand, USA, and Japan. It also didn't quite jump on the hype train like Super Mario Bros. Run. The latter was announced on stage at an Apple event and hyped for weeks leading to this launch. The former, well, just kind of launched. Again, Super Mario Run is essentially an app for $10, which they told you up front if you want a full experience. I can't imagine most happy playing 3 levels and calling it quits. because they really did a good job of making. I thought it was going to be a simple run game. I don't have an Apple device, but they really put it's not like Sonic Dash. They really put emphasis on bringing the Mario. I have to give it to Hideki Kono and Tezuya and of course Miyamoto and the team. They really put together, and of course the reason that it works so well because they know each other so well. And like I said, Kono has shadowed both Tezuya and mostly Miyamoto, that they know what they're going on with the games. And also I forgot the guy again. Hiroshima Shitaka, who's also in the running for being the next director of Zelda. He designed some of the levels. These guys work together to make this app a little more deeper than I thought it would have been. He has the powers in there. You have to get the top of the flag. It has, the triple jump backwards, whatever, getting the coins, the red coins. I mean, it's more detailed than I ever thought it would have been. So I thought it would have watered down the experience. It's watered down in the way that you use your finger to tap and it keeps on running. But there's still skills to it, and I commend Nintendo for that. I really do. Unlike most people, I am very content that they did a good that. So it looked like, so basically, and so as I pointed out that the app did game received that much downloads and and Pokemon Go, how it worked out. Well, it looked according to Force analysts and everything, the game has been downloaded 5 million times and has done oops, give me a second, and let me make sure I got my numbers right because I don't want to mess it up. And has surpassed $5 million in revenue in the first 24 hours. I again, one of those things, can't really argue with that. That's pretty cool. So Nintendo, once again, I think the darling of this year will be Nintendo has shown that when it comes to game and having fun, they have the IP, they have the games, they have the stuff. Again, it's all for fun. It's not it's for people who want to enjoy this thing. If you don't like it, of course, you don't have to purchase it. But it's also showing that they still have the recognition in the game. And if everything works out, as how Pokemon Go did, I mean, the top-selling software this year in gaming has been Nintendo. Even though people could say what they want, Pokemon Sun and Moon destroyed Call of Duty out of the water. No ifs, ands, or buts. Which is not surprising. Call of Duty has been going down year by year, so I'm not even saying that's a bad thing. But again, one platform beats a game that's on 4 platforms. Let me see. Steam. Let me see. PC. Xbox. No, 3 platforms. I'll adjust my mistake. PC, Xbox, PlayStation. One platform destroy a game that's on 3 platforms. But it is what it is, so we talk about that. So the next thing I want to talk about quickly is this how you call it? The last thing I want to talk about is the Nintendo YouTubers. You've seen the YouTubers once again starting this crap all over again. Rumors. Yeah, as I put it up close on Google Plus, it doesn't go a week without Nintendo Nintendo Switch saying it has power, less power, more power, in power, this power, that power. And in a gaming we got somebody's reporting bull crap. So I'm gonna give a shout out to Geek.com that does tech all over, but also about Geek It, and I will give it to Tony Polanco, who wrote the article. say geek.com. You can check it out there about the Nintendo rumors, whatever. So he talks about this. But the thing I give about it is he understands how rumors work, and he don't bite into the thing. And I love the way it is. So let me read mostly his quote verbatim, and I sprinkle a little my stuff in there because it's my spin on it. But I'm not gonna spin his story. His story is pretty damn good. So I just want to tell people. I just want to see that. I want to give a shout out and props to people who don't buy into this jargon and this stupidity. So, according to him, reading from his article, Nintendo has not been forthcoming regarding the information about the upcoming next generation console. Funny. I'm happy he said next generation. Wow, everybody, next generation. Yeah. But nobody, it's on half. Wait, Nintendo does next generation, but PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Yeah, sure. Mm. Oh, you know what? I did it wrong. I did it totally wrong. I did it totally wrong, but no, you know what? No, I didn't do it wrong. I did it right. I don't know if I can find an article, but I'll not in the article, the clip, the thing from thing. So I'll check it out and see. But so let's go back into the story. I apologize for that. I did do it the right way. I just had it set up in my mind how to do it when I was at work. So let me do it the right way. So going back, like I said, next generation system. Again, happy that he calls it that, which is really it is. Because it's the Wii U is only short by 6 months. The cycle is not that. It's like 6 months drop of the cycle. So that's the average. If you come at all Nintendo's consoles, the average has been 5 years. Wii U short. Hey, but anyway, since we won't get any solid details about the console specs wise until January 12th. The resulting information of vacuum has been filled with numerous leaks, rumors, and now at the end of 2016, people are trying to do once again, say many things. As insiders from many places that has been debunked, thank you, and have been throwing stuff against the wall, thank you again. Talking about the Switch's power and the possibility of VR implementations and everything. Let's talk about the power first. According to two anonymous sources that spoke to GameBeat, the Switch uses last generation Maxwell graphics processing architecture from its custom Tegra chip. Nintendo didn't want to wait to use a Pascal architecture, which was introduced by the NVIDIA earlier this year, since it wanted to move ahead with Switch productions as quick as possible. What this mean, and he's quoting a person from the beat, so now he's going back to him, and again, I'm adding my little flavor in there too. What does this mean that Nintendo system will be less powerful than Sony PlayStation 4? This could be perceived as a negative considering how the PlayStation 4 is now outdated when compared to the upgraded PlayStation 4 Pro. That's where I'm gonna stop for a quick second, and I think I should be able to do this on that video. So what I'm going to do right now is bring this video up, and I'll basically stop the video right here. Give me a second. I want to see if I can find that article I had. Because I want to show people. I want to show people something. Let me find the article first because I don't. Let me see. Where is that lovely article there? Oop, there it is. And then let's share this again. Now, this is not an article, technically speaking, but I'll say what I gotta say. Now, I've said this before, and I'll say this again. They just people have, and I've seen videos where people basically use the PlayStation 4 Pro as it's outdated and it's not. Okay, that's what y'all say. I'll study this once again. The PlayStation 4 is, if I have to tell people to buy a PlayStation, and here's the funny thing. Everybody say I'm a Nintendo Century channel, but you know what? The only thing I recommend is two things: PC and PlayStation. I'm not recommending the Wii, nor 3DS, not even the Xbox, whatever. I'll give you like thing, but I've never done that. The console that I prefer, I don't hail over people, because you know what? It's your money. So, excuse me. So what I'm saying is this. Here's the funny part. I said PlayStation. If you're gonna buy a PlayStation, if you're gonna upgrade, don't. I say that right now. Do not upgrade. It's not worth the bells and the whistles, which is fake bells, and your whistle is basically a rape whistle. It's not even a good whistle. And if you never buy a PlayStation, buy the PlayStation Slim. Here's the reason why. If you're gonna buy a Pro, you need to get the full feature of the Pro. You need a 4K TV, a good one. Not expensive, but you get one between $700 and $2,000. You get a good one range between. Again, my TV costs more than that, but I got it on sale for $1,900, and because of the credit card I use, I got it down to $1,100 because of the whole, maybe I'll do a financial thing about that later on, how you get for gamers and stuff. But I got it for $1,100, which is not a bad price for a TV that costs, like, I think it was $2,500 or $3,000 for that TV. So anyway, you're gonna have to buy a 4K TV. All right. I've said it before in other videos. The 4K TVs, like the one I got, has an upscale engine. So it's gonna upscale, it's gonna do exactly what it does that the PlayStation Pro would do. All right. It will do that. So you don't need it will do that. So to get the benefits, you need a 4K TV. It's gonna upscale, because most PlayStation games are upscale. They're not 4K native. As I said it millions of times, they ain't gonna be, but then they upscale to close to 4K, and that's cool, and that's what it is. But if you want to save $200, you get the Slim, and a 4K TV would upscale for you, and you would do that because most of the Nintendo games have 4K assets, or the cleanly rendered at 720p, 900p, or 1080p. But the 4K TV that I have upscales it up very nicely, and that's like, wow, it's pretty nicely looking. And the reason is because they tend to go for more clean, simplistic look, while others don't, which is not a bad thing. Every game designer has their own thing, but it's really nicely shown on TV. Even me and my sister, me and Katie, we were like, wow, that looks cool and that looks awesome, and the fruits look so real with like the Pikmin 3 fruits assets are 4K. They look so real life on that TV. It's ridiculous. But again, I digress. We can keep on going. But that's without saying anything negative about the PlayStation 4 Pro other than don't get. You could get the same experience for $200 less. And it has the HDR in it and whatever too. Here's the thing though, the PlayStation 4 has hiccups. The PlayStation, I've told you already from developer side, when I'm talking to that Dave from Insomniac and stuff, how they get in some PlayStation, and basically majority of PlayStation 4s have a problem running certain games. It drops it down to 720p that was running at 1080p on the original PlayStation 4, and all that jargon. So it has its own issues. So I said, go ahead and buy. What the hell? Oh, sorry, that's my phone. I'll answer it later on. So you have that. So let's go beyond that. But here's the thing. Everybody's saying PlayStation 4 has all this stuff. And remember, I did a video about Xbox and how I went to Microsoft.com and show you that they talked about 4K. They said 4K gaming, but they mostly talk about 4K streaming and everything. And I only showed it was upscale. It's not no 4K because most people are talking about 4K native, which is not that has never happened yet. Well, I'm just showing you from PlayStation itself. Oops, no, I do not want that. There you go. About the 4K support at a Pro. This is a form that people ask. It's on the PlayStation, and of course, you go there and you see they talked about how things work and how it is, but it doesn't support a lot of the stuff that a lot of people is asking for. and Sony asks them, and the manufacturer themselves asks them to how it should work to support things. This is Sony telling their getting people who ask questions on their stuff. Okay. The article basically goes doesn't support the PlayStation 4 Pro. Doesn't support the HDMI for the TV for 1.4K TVs. It's a signal, and that's what I'm telling everybody. It's a signal problem between what the PlayStation 4 Pro has sent to the others, because everybody thinks they gain upscale, gain whatever. It's the TV doing the engine work. Some signals that if you get a dev kit and you can read, and there are instruments that read what's the signal coming out of the output, the Pro sometimes send you 720p. And if you don't believe me, other than me or a developer I just told you that did it, go to some YouTubers like Maximilian Dalton, who talked about this, and what was it, Tech? I forgot a guy the channel. Tech Talk or Tech? I can't believe I forget that. It's like a really nerdy white guy. But anyway, like Dale talked about the same thing too, about how the PlayStation 4 sends downscale signals than what it was stated to do. So I just wanted to state that point of that. And again, if people say, well, you bashing PlayStation 4 Pro, you bashing PlayStation. No, I'm telling you, don't buy the Pro. Save some money and buy the Slim, or get the regular PlayStation 4, and you will get all the stuff if you get a 4K TV. Because you have to buy a 4K TV no matter what for the Pro in the first place. Just giving you a little helpful advice there. Nothing really bad, negative, no. So it goes back to now the article that I was reading now. So let me go back to the what? Okay, sorry about that. And I really now I know for sure I can't stay long. That's twice somebody called me. So let's go back to the thing. I'll put and I want to share back again to share this screen right here. So we have that. Oops. All righty. Again, for people who just joining in now, because I see more people joining in, this is called Sakura Warriors So Long My Love. It's on the PlayStation 2. It's on the and it's on the Wii. Really good RPG. If you love games like Codename Steam, RTS and stuff like that, this is with steampunk, but you're using mechs to fight, and the mechs can transform into planes and do some cool power moves and stuff. So it's just something I like to talk about. So let's get back to the article, which, like I said, so I'm going back to what the article state, and I'm laughing because he said something, but I want to put my, that's what I did. That was the pause right there for throwing my flair in it. So we're going back to the previous question when it's like, could it perceive negative that how the PlayStation 4 is outdated now compared to the PlayStation 4 Pro, and that is less powerful than the PlayStation 4? My thing was, yeah, the Pro stated stuff, but it's not doing what it's stated to do. But let's get back to his article. But having less power should not negatively, and I quote again, having less power, which I know, and I've been saying all the time about power, is creativity that makes great games, not power. But having less power should not have negative impact on Nintendo's first-party lineup. After all, the Wii and the Wii U were each less powerful than their competitors, and yet their systems were to deliver high-quality first-party titles in the last 3 generations. That's not a golf clap. That's a clap. I will. That's why I gave you the author's name. I will shout out people who talk real and understand how it goes. I'm sorry. Just because he has all that stuff doesn't mean that it's gonna run well. As we've seen with the 8 generations, a lot of people have power. So that's why I touted that right there. People, you buy any Nintendo's consoles, and again, I'm stating this now, to buy Nintendo games. And I'm happy He basically said, and he continues, graphically intensive third-party games should not be ruled out either. If the Switch is going into spec, if the Switch has the teraflop computing power, as rumors suggested, he got it in brackets, it should be able to run the games that they said, because as Gamey points out, the Switch custom Tegra chip will likely run a higher clock speed, especially when the system is docked. Running the games on a portable mode will have no doubt run a lower resolution, but developers can run games smoothly if they take the time to optimize, like they did the resolution with the PlayStation Vita and upscale to 720p. Holy Lord, somebody out there talk some real sense out there, other news media. IGN, I mean, dude, I'm happy you're not a part of IGN and GameStop, in a way, because GameSpot, because they might have just run you out. But everybody has talked so many stuff about this. Always, and this is the end of his article, always, when it comes to rumors, take it with the proverbial grain of salt. However, given all that we know about this shit, we shouldn't rule out that this shouldn't be completely. Been nice and went to the Pascal chip. It would have been nice if Nintendo went to the Pascal chip, something that we don't know. It should be able to run its own games fine on a Maxwell architecture. As far as the VR pattern concerned, it's wise to keep your mind open on a pattern for accessories that will fill, that will find. Doesn't mean, okay, sorry, I butchered that. It's wise to keep that in mind, because for a pattern to be an accessory, and just because they're filed doesn't mean it will be released. We will find all the stuff about Nintendo on January 12th. And we also know that Nintendo always do custom architecture, as they did with the Wii and we used, so people could optimize the game. I'm adding that part to it. But I'm happy that he says that. And this is the thing that I wish a lot of these people could, I wish these people could understand, but they don't. But I am happy to, like I said, it's good to find good news and not negative news. And people people will say, "Oh, this person is no." He's on a forum. He's on a website that's writing an article. He's not pumping up Nintendo. He's going off the fact of the past, like I have, and whatever. Their first party games, it's what sells their products. You don't want, and it's sad that, again, as I said with the Nelson report, the number one thing people about the Wii U was for fun. Fun was not it was not up there for the other games, which is sad. But you know what? It is what it is. And that's why I tell people, if fun is not why you play video games, really, motherless, just enjoying life itself and just having that to just chill out with, then you know what? Nintendo would never be number one ever again. And you know what? Here's this thing. I'm cool with that, but I'm just saying it would never be number one again, because everybody's talking about graphics. Even a famous YouTuber, shout outs to Grade A on the A. He's talking about the whole graphics and how it's messing up games and stuff like that. He just released a movie and a video, and I know for sure that thing he's going for 4 million subs right now. And at least I'm happy big YouTubers who have that kind of stuff don't talk that nonsense either. There are few and many of those big YouTubers that's that small. What I mean by small, by numbers of they're over 3 million and they don't get that high. But you know what? They do not talk that nonsense. They do their research and talk whatever it is. Too bad people above, there are more people of the PewDiePies and Angry Joe and everything with the drama and more flair and Blair. And trust me, Grade A talks a lot of angry flares and stuff like that too. But it's just like I said, I like how people do that. So it's cool that people do stuff like that. And again, I'm a small channel and I like to purport myself the right way. That's why I did my refresh video yesterday, because I don't want to report stuff that's negative to nobody. And I choose my words wrongly at the end of my first ukulele video, and I cleared it up this thing. If I did something wrong, I will clear it up. I wish other people had the integrity. It's called integrity to do stuff. To do awesome stuff like that. Clear themselves up. And then YouTube will be a nice place where you can come and get information. Because the problem is we have a lot of information. But the problem is we don't have the wisdom. That's why I said it. The only thing the internet could do, it gives you all the knowledge, but wisdom is something you can't. Is something that is learned through experience, not by just looking at something. I think you got the wisdom. No, it's not. And people need to understand that concept for real. So, with that said, really, thank you guys for watching this quick little video. Again, wait, 3 weeks from now, we're gonna find out what a Nintendo Switch could do. This is a rumor. This rumor bubbling by certain people saying this stupid stuff. I don't think it will happen, and if it is, I'll be the first to jump on Nintendo's ass about this. Because I saw some people posting stuff about this, about Zelda, and there's in a negative light of it. They won't put a game on that, which is stupid because they have every time they showed the Wii U built. You wouldn't build train everybody else. Now it kind of sucks again if they take out the motion controls too much. I'm like, I hope there's options in it to keep it on with the gyro and everything, because that's why I played when I was in Japan. But I'll be open to it and see what happens. But be careful of these rumors, people. 3 weeks from now, you learn about the Switch and you learn the power of the thing. I should buy this console or not buy this console. It's your money. I ain't gonna tell you to buy the Switch. I will never tell you to buy the Switch. If it's not what you want, they don't have the games you want, and they don't have the features that you want, i.e., if you're a consumer and you see that, like I always said, if you see that, then you shouldn't buy the console. If the Wii U is not what you want, and you say, you know what, this console is not for me, good for you. Walk away. Don't buy it. PlayStation 4 is a good console. Xbox One is a good console. The thing that makes me would want to buy those consoles is the software, the games, and the games far few between that makes me want to buy them. And the games that I could get from third parties where I could wait. I don't have to buy them day one, week one, month one. Nintendo games, yes. Some third parties, yes. But like Street Fighter Infinite, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite War, I'm waiting like 6 months to a year after that game get released and buy it later on. Because I ain't buying that thing. I bought Street Fighter 4 for my PC. It wasn't coming on my Nintendo console. So I bought Street Fighter 4 on my PC a year and a half later. Got it for about $20. I could wait. I don't need to be in the in crowd. And I bought it brand new from a store, so Capcom still got their money, but I wasn't gonna do that bull crap. And right now, I'm gonna say right now, hey, you go right here. This is the part where this is another part of the game. Like I said, the mix. This is your main character doing this move right here, which I like. You turn into your mech turns into a jet. So you can fly to the ground, do your melee attacks, and then you could turn into a plane in midair. Love this game. I'll do a review. I did want to do a part of my channel to do hidden gems or games that I have that people should really take a look and see what to do about. And I love this game. This is a really good game, multiple endings, blah blah blah. Love it. So, but other than that, I hope everybody enjoyed this little quick Endcast Lite. That's what it is. Addison, my man, thank you. I mean, you in the chat, you were saying the cycle of power again. Nah, of course. And in games missing. This game's missing. Shigeru. Not Shigeru. I forgot. I know. What's his first name? Sagatama is basically the last name. Whatever. I mean, everybody knows he Mr. Dreamcast with the gear, whatever. But it ain't missing that because I know because you watch too much Project Cross Zone. That's what it is. But it's a good game. Like I said, I'll check it out if you want to do more videos, and I'll do anything about it. But today, I want to thank everybody out there. And look at this. This thing about this is like you aim, even though you're flying in the air, strategic. You aim for the head. You can aim for the thing. Like right now, she's going for her powerful move. She's going for her powerful move right now in jet form. And it's basically she splits herself into three things and and headshot. Man, I mean, that's why I like the game. Strategic, and it does a really cool thing. And you can see you could do the body, you could do hands, and this is the first boss. It gets later on where you gotta be specific in what you attack, because if you don't, you will get wrecked. But again, let me finish it here. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that you guys, like I said, comment below if you think anything in this video or whatever you want to talk about. Other than that, man, Siktamashi Sanshiro. Basically, thank you, Norwegian. You're right. You're right. And he's saying that he needs to be rescued. Hopefully, one day could play this game, man. Like I said, it's a hidden gem. It's hard to find, but if you can find it, pretty good to play out. But to play this game, if you love RTSs and then like games like Codename Steam or Valkyrie or something like that, where you gotta like have the patience to do stuff. But other than that, though, I want to thank you people. Of course, enjoy your Friday. Go out and play some games, or go out and have some fun at the club, or chill with friends, or chill with family. Other than that, there's no perfect games out there. What's perfect to you is not perfect to me. What's perfect to me is not perfect to you. Simply enjoy those games on any console of your choice, even PC. Have a good night. Peace.